Hello, and welcome to Nails for the Week. My name is Lori, and I hope you're having an absolutely fabulous day today. I know I am because you're here and we get to play in the nail room. So, let's get started. So, this is a brand spotlight video, and in this series, I buy stuff from new to me brands or just different brands that you'd like to check out. So if you have any brand suggestions, leave them down in the comments below, and we just check them out, see how they work, see if they're any good, see if we can find the best quality for the best price. So without further ado, let's start with Xeijayi. As you can see, I've been collecting a lot of Xeijayi polishes for a little while now. I just haven't had a chance to really dig into them and play with them yet. So let me open all these up and put them all in their collections, and then we will start playing, see how they work.
Okay, you guys, I just did a whole bunch of stuff and I wasn't filming, so what do you think of that? Fantastic, right? Ugh. Some days, I tell you, some days. Okay, what was I doing? All right, we are just going to start over. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so first things first, I'm a realist. All right, I've got this cute little collection. No, we're not going to worry about that cute little collection yet. Listen, we have got nail adhesive, which I'm assuming that means that it's to attach a nail on, but it might be, it actually smells kind of good. Kind of flowery almost. So, but I mean, I don't know if it's to attach nails on or to attach charms onto nails. And maybe it's both. I don't know. I don't know. I got the Russian matte top coat, some blossom gel, and another blossom gel. So this one's going to go in the giveaway. And a glass top coat. And then I also bought, because at the time I couldn't find the top coat and stuff, so I got 3 empty glass jars with a nice little rounded thing. Come on, there you go. And these 3, because this was all that I could find for the top coat and the base coat, and I couldn't find any base coat so far except for this. So got no white top coat and the matte coat. It doesn't say that it's the Russian matte top coat, so I don't know if it's any different, but those 3, whoops, fell over, came with some nozzles to help out. Come on. We've got just the nozzle to fit on top of that, and it's pretty good size. Little baby hole, but it does have a thing. And those bottles are 30 ml, so they're, you know, basically 2 bottles, 15 ml bottles. I also got, this is joint sealant glue, and I suppose it's for like giving it a little extra around your diamonds and stuff, gems, around your gems and charms, so that it won't, it's just tiny. I mean, just a tiny little, and I love that it's got this pin. It's not pokey, but it does have that little extra. If you want to see, it's totally clear, obviously, but it's just a tiny little, it's kind of awesome. Tiny little, that, I am really hoping that this works well because I love the bottle. There's really nothing I can do to, you know, wear test it right now. We'll use it and I'll let you know how it goes. And we got, I want to try their polygel. This is called Clear Coffee. And I don't know if you guys have been here for a while, you'll know that most polygels for me, because I must just be hot-blooded. Maybe I'm just hot. Yeah, right. Anyway, they melt so fast, so quickly on my hands that I just can't use them. They just get sloppy and messy. It's kind of a pretty color. It's almost like a peachy. Like a peachy nude. It's pretty. We're gonna just leave that for a minute and see how see if it just goes all over the place. Well, let's see. Oh my God. I mean, it has instructions, I think. It has ingredients on here. Yeah. I think I would need a micro. This is a 15 ml coffee clear. Doesn't look like it's really moving too much. Let's get in the screen, Lori, for crying out loud. All right. Well, we'll leave that for just a little bit. Of course, honestly, how long does it take to build a nail? Put a little bit of alcohol on my glove. We'll just pat it down a little. Oh. You guys, what the hell? That's not moving. That's not moving at all. I am super stoked about that. Look at that. It's just keeping its shape. It's not just melting all over my nail like a... Ugh. Maybe. Let's see. Turn it sideways for a little bit. See what happens. Yeah, it moved some. Moved some, but not bad. Not as bad as a lot of the ones that I've tried before. Yeah, you can see it's moving. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to try that with an actual set and see if it melts into my cuticles. It is moving around a little, but not too bad. Not near as bad as some of the other ones that I have tried. So I'm just going to take that off before I bump it into my cuticles. All right. Well, that's kind of good. I hope that works. Kind of excited. It'd be nice to have a good, cheaper brand because I tell you what, that Happy Gel stuff from Nail Couture is expensive. I think, anyway. For me, it's expensive. All right, we have 2 things of nail art paints. I thought I'd gotten a white and a black, but apparently I got a gold and a silver. Grab a couple nail art swatches for to do different things, shall we? This is one. We'll see which one is. One is the silver. And it's already all over the place. Let's see. And I did give this a good stir. So you can see that it's got nice thick consistency. Where am I? Whoops. Trying to get back in the screen and I like bumped it all over the place. Oh. There we go. Looks pretty nice. There's no dead spots and no, you know, where you can't see the color. Real thin spots. You know, besides my messy application. We're going to go ahead and throw that in the lamp for 60 seconds. I hope. Unfortunately, none of them say how long you're supposed to cure them for. None of the Xeijayi products that I know of, anyway. Let's see, what does this base and top say? Anything? Has the ingredients. That's a plus, right? All right. Some alcohol. Then we'll get out the gold here. That is going to be annoying if that's going to keep popping down. Might have to throw those away. Pop. Yay. Now I will say that these pots only go down just a smidge. It's maybe 1/4 of an inch, if you know how long that is. But we're going to give the gold. Gold is a bit, well, it's just as thick as the silver. What are we focusing? Ooh, I got a bit much on my brush, I can tell you that right now. But lays down nicely. All right. I'm going to leave it a little thicker just because I want to know if you can leave it a little thicker for, you know, if you want it to look more embossed. I'm going to clean off this brush. Close up this product. So those are the silver and gold nail arts. I like that they have more of a chrome effect than the glitter, but that's just me. But next we're gonna try this semi-solid magic mirror gel and the Russian matte top coat along with it, because I want to see if the Russian matte top coat is good for isolated chrome. Goes on really nicely. I think it's a pretty good consistency. Look at it. Oh, it's thinner than I thought. Yeah. It's a pretty good consistency. I like it. Let's get that bubble out of there, shall we? Try to anyway. But it definitely levels out nicely, and you can't, like the swatch stick doesn't look gray. from all of the, you know, matte pigment. Let's check on this. All right. Yep. You can tell she can be dented. Whoops. So, you know, peel it right off. Yeah, there's a little bit of uncured product in there, so you do need to do it nice and thin. Make sure that you're doing it nice and thin. That's too bad. But, you know, it's not any different from any other product, so I shouldn't say that it's too bad. Let's see how our Russian matte top coat's looking. It's looking very nice and matte. Nice velvety feel. Good. All right. We have our semi-solid magic mirror. So we're just gonna, I know that a lot of times you're probably not gonna be using this long of a brush for one. It's got that little lip in it that you can brush, you know, drag your brush off. So I know you're not going to be using that long of a brush. A lot of times you might want to just put it out on a palette if you're drawing something, you know, in particular. We're just going to kind of throw a little bit of a design on there. I just want to see if it works well, one, and two, well, we'll go this way too. If this Russian matte top coat is good for isolated chrome designs. So this, yeah, I think it works well. It's got kind of a gummy type texture, but it's not like super sticky or anything. As far as, you know, sticking on your, well, you know what I mean. I hope. Being super sticky and, you know. The gel glides nicely. There, I said it. All right. Here is our thing. I didn't find any Xeijayi chrome powders. I think they have everything gel related you could possibly find, but we're going to try this So Lovely lime green chrome. Just take a little bit off the lid. Boop, boop, boom. Okay. Ooh, look at that. It's chroming right up. Just such a nice bright color. If you like green. Where is my, speaking of green. All right, dust, dust, dust. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, oh, you guys, look at that. I see a couple of little sparkles, but that is damn good. I don't see anything major where you would have a major issue with chrome isolation and this product. So, but that chrome is just sticking on there like nobody's business. It looks really nice. I am impressed. And I am impressed with that Russian matte top coat too. I don't know if it's any different than their regular matte top coat, but there you go. For those two products, that's definitely a good repurchaser, if I do say so myself. All right. What else do we have? We did the polygel. We did the... Okay. Let's try the blooming gel. Just see how well that works. Should we do a white one this time? A white swatch stick. What do we got? What? The colored bottles from Xeijayi. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be on any type of, let's just zoom right in. If this is supposed to be on like any certain type of surface, if it's supposed to be on a matte surface or a base coated surface or what, but we're gonna see. Put on kind of a thin coat. Go all the way up there. We're just gonna see how these colors do. Shall we? Just gonna boop, boop, boop. Maybe we should just boom, boom. It's kind of a mess, isn't it? It's definitely moving. This color is definitely not this color. Just saying. No. All right. Okay. Let's just play with it a little. Okay. It's just like me to just do the hardest thing possible. Right off the bat. God, that orange looks terrible in there. It was supposed to be a nice light peach. Well, it blooms. There's nothing absolutely, whoops here. Nothing absolutely spectacular about it. There we go. I think this dark pink, if we go up here, I just want to see as it goes down, but it's like the dark pink is good and blooming a lot more than this light pink or this orangey brown color. But it's like the light pink is just not, it's just kind of staying where we put it. Orange looks like it might be blooming a little bit more, but yeah, that dark pink there. So I don't know. I don't know. I probably won't buy it again, but the fact of the matter is, you know, you just, a lot of people just use base coat for blooming gel anyway. And I do have quite a few blooming gels, so, not quite a few. I've got 2 now. 3 if you count the one that's going in the giveaway. So, I have a couple of Born Pretty blooming gels. One is white, like a white base, and the other one is clear. And that's the only blooming gel I've ever had before. So I just don't use it that much. It's one of those things where you put it away and you don't really if you don't think about it or see somebody else using it, it's out of sight, out of mind type thing. All right, well, let's do, I think what I'm going to do is show you, because it's time for the swatching, I think, but I think I'm going to show you me swatching one out of every collection and then just show you what the colors are after I'm done with that one. This collection is really cute, and I'm thinking I must have really liked the pictures, because I have 2 of them. So that is also going in the giveaway. There's 6 colors, I think, and they just look super cute. So what did I do with my little opener guy? Oh jeez, he was right by my elbow. I know, but this is like thicker, almost plasticky, rather than the metal. Oh, jeez. Ooh, look at that. Let's grab my little hairpin mixer. I have a few hairpin mixers. I like, oh, she's a chunky. Well, you might be something to swatch. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Let's see how she lays. This is definitely a tickler, meaning the mylar flakes in here are just so big that you are gonna wanna kind of tickle it around. And almost just put this over something or use it as kind of like an accent, because she's chunky. I was really hoping that the mylar pieces would be, you know, one of those, some of those really super thin ones. This color is really pretty. It's got a whole bunch of different color mylar flakes, and we're just gonna do the 1 coat on that. You're definitely gonna want to put a nice thick top coat on that in order for it to, it's like a little silver, but I mean, it looks silver here in the pot, but you're pretty much just getting the iridescent colors of the mylar flakes on the nail. Okay, that was number 1. This is Amber Crushed Diamond Glue. That's what collection it is. And I'm going to swatch the rest of these and be right back. Okay, we got them all done. Oop, here is 01. It's kind of a gray silver, but it has so many different color iridescent flakies in there. This is over the black. I don't know how much of it you can see, but there is, yeah, reds, greens, yellows, blues, pinks, just gorgeous. And then the base is clear, but there's some silver holographic in there too. And I wanted to see, because it kind of looks, to me anyway, let's turn this other light off. Ooh, it got dark, didn't it? Let's see. Ugh. Don't. If she's reflective. She is definitely reflective. Can't really tell on camera. That's what sucks sometimes. Hard to get anything. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see it that way, right there. Maybe. Give you a little. I don't know. Okay, so I did all of these. What I did to them was I have just one coat. Let's zoom you out a little. Put the light back on. I have one coat on all of them. Here is 2, 3, one coat. Then I put a top coat on, and then that one's just 0, but it's 4. Here is 5, top coat, buffed them all off, and then re-top coated so that they would be fairly flat. I didn't do like an excellent job, but this, oh jeez Lord. Okay, this is 6. Here we are. Oh, why? Why? These are all 6 of the colors. Very springy and pretty. They were kind of a pain to work with. All of them needed mixing and none of them had near enough gel in them, in my personal opinion. But they're all very beautiful. I don't know if I would buy them again, but I think they'd be better suited to little spots of nail art maybe on the nail, like a stone, or like if you want to make an opal, or a little blob of this in the middle of a frame. That would be really pretty. It seems really dark on my camera, but they're very pastel-y colors. So that is them. Don't forget, if you want the link to anything, just leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you if it's still, I'll get back to you either way, but if it's still available, I'll get you the link. If not, I'll tell you how sorry I am. Okay, do we want to do these colored bottles next? This was also a collection. It's a 9-piece collection. The numbers are not in order because it starts at 23 and ends up at 60. So, but this was the collection that I bought. These are the colored bottles, and they are 15 mil. So, well, why don't we do the blue? Because, you know, my favorite is blue. Give her a little shake. And we already did like the pinks, the 2 pinks and the orange. Well, we didn't do them, but we didn't swatch them fully, but we somewhat did. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, this one actually almost matches the bottle. It's definitely a little darker than the bottle, but it's nice and thick, and it does have the rounded brush. Here we go. It's nice and creamy. Okay. That's definitely going to need 2 coats. Am I in frame? Okay. That's a pretty blue though. Okay, that's definitely going to need 2 coats. That one is number 45. Let's do the string test. That's pretty good. Yeah, this one's a little bit thicker than norm, or than what I normally would get. Let's see. Yep, and there's 0 information on the bottle. Nail polish glue. Why do they do that, I wonder? Say glue. I don't know, but let's put another coat on her. That definitely deepens up the color. Really nicely. Looks great with 2 coats. Completely opaque. So let me get the rest of these swatched and I'll be right back with you. What they are, for the most part, they're a little bit, all of them are a little darker. This is number 45, that's what we already did. It is opaque in 2 coats. As you can see, this is 31. It's a nice, like, white and burnt orange. So that's cute. I think this was a fall collection, if I remember right. So this is number 32. It's like a really dark sandy color. Okay. It's opaque in 2 coats as well. This is number 60. You see it up against the bottle there. It's a nice bright coral. A little bit on the pinky side of coral, but it is really pretty. Nice and bright. What do we got here? Number 59. This is also darker than the bottle, but you know, so far they're all beautiful colors, nice and creamy, opaque in 2 coats. The only one that I had a problem with would be this yellow. It is just, I mean, it's almost identical to the bottle. It's slightly lighter, which is kind of weird, but it is a nice buttery yellow. Not quite opaque in 2 coats. I think if you're really careful with your application, you might be able to get it opaque in 2 coats. So try that. That might work for you. Here we go. This is 23. And she is also lighter than the bottle. I think it was this one. Yeah, it came off as a little bit jelly to begin with, the first coat, but ended up being nice and dark, or nice and opaque. And I thought I would show you these 2 together. Look at that. They are number 24 and 39. But look at the bottles. They are almost identical. The bottles are. Now, number 24 is almost identical to the bottle. And number 39 is a really light, bright lime green. And it is, could probably, I think if I was a little more careful with my application, it would be good in 2 coats, but it could probably use another coat. And, but number 24 here is nice sagey green. Is perfect with 2 coats. So we've just got 2 that would maybe need a 3rd coat if you're not being careful. But I think if you're being careful and actually are paying attention, more attention than what you would with just a swatch, I think you'd be able to get them good in 2 coats. Nice and creamy, a little bit thick, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's not. Shall we move on? Let's see. why don't we finish up the potted gels because I only have one more collection in pots. Whoop, whoop. And this is the Ocean Star collection, but let's open up number 1. I like these types of bottles. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty. All right, let's see. Oh, that is a pretty glitter. It definitely needs to be stirred up, but it looks like it's got a little lip in it. Those little lips to wipe off your brush. That was my cat. Oh, she's trying to jump on the chair and she knocked over the box that I had with all of the polishes that I need to swatch yet. And then she ran away. God. Oh, you guys, my nail room is a disaster area and it's way worse now. I was looking forward to doing a couple of collabs this month and doing some Easter nails, but at this very moment, honestly, my nail room is such a disaster area. I had to stop. I have to stop. I have to do all of these. We're just gonna go like this. I have to do all of these hauls that I've got just sitting here, which, you know, some of them I was just gonna do brand spotlights on, like this one, and some of them I just haven't had time to do a haul and put stuff away. And so this month I am just going to do organization videos, and I'm going to get my entire room, the entire nail room, reorganized and cleaned up. Everything's gonna get put away. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Hopefully you'll be here for it because I'm a little bummed that I'm not gonna do those collabs anymore. I was gonna do the nail roulette with Miss T, and I don't know. I just can't function in this space the way it is. Are you guys that way too? It's so cluttered and it's just a disaster area. I did some nails for my nieces this last weekend, and I did nails for 2 of them, and there are 5 of them. One's a little boy, so, you know, 4 nieces, 1 nephew, all hanging out in my nail room, playing with anything and everything that they could find. So, I don't know. It's a mess. It's really, really bad. And then I've got all of the hauls just sitting around waiting to have some love. So that is a very pretty color. These are not, what do you call it? Solid gels. These are definitely liquid, but they are very pretty glitter gel. This one is anyway. All right, I am going to swatch all these out and I'll be back to show you what they look like. Okay, got all those done. Let's just put them on a black background first, shall we? And what I ended up doing is the first coat I went ahead and put on nice and easy, or nice and flat, and then the second coat I kind of floated over. So this is one. And two, this is not going to go well with the light, is it? 1 and 2. Then we got 3, 4, 5. Here's a number 6, 7, and 8. They're very pretty. Really like the glitters in there. I think all of the glitters are the same, but the base colors are different. So we'll show you here on white. There is 1 again. Pretty iridescent colors. Here is 2. Just a nice light blue. I know I was talking about my nieces, or my great nieces, before. I don't want you to think that, you know, they're brats coming in my room and making a mess. I let them. Their mom was like, oh, don't, you know, leave Aunt Lolo's stuff alone. Don't play and don't be getting in that. And I was like, just let them. They're fine. I'm going to spark a few nail artists eventually, right? Make nail artists out of them. Yeah, that works better. There we go. We got the 4. I think this has a few, like a different glitters in it than the others. That's some of the others. It's got less, I think, of the pinky red glitters. There we go. We have number 5. It's got a nice, kind of a dark blue background. 4 had like a light blue background. Where's 6? This one's 6. This one's nice and pink. Bright pink. Bright, bright. I'm really hoping that this is coming through on camera. It's very, very sparkly. I almost wonder if it isn't got some reflective in it or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think it does have a little bit of a reflective hint to it, but only a little, if it does. Maybe it's just the glitters that I'm seeing. But that's the pink. And then 7 is a red. Just really pretty red. And we have 8. I'm pretty sure it's black background, but boy, that glitter is really glittering. I'm pretty sure it's a black background, but it looks pink, or it looks brown because of all the pink glitters. There you go. That's a cute little set. I would definitely recommend that set if you want a jelly color to go over something that you have, or if you just like the clear colors with glitter. Ugh. All right.
We are going to stop right here and go for a part 2. Hopefully that will be coming out really soon. So make sure you're subscribed and have your little bell notification on so that YouTube will let you know when I upload. See you next time. Bye.